up, everybody? It's episode 9 of the Neighborhood Podcast. It's the Worm,
Master Yoda,
and Mickey. How we doing today, boys?
Doing pretty good, Mickey. What about you?
All right. I do
pretty
want
good
to.
myself.
I do want to bring up this one topic because it is pretty like. It just to me it's just like odd, and it's like basically ever since like Takeoff died.
Right.
There's been like this whole discussion on how hip hop is linked with violence.
Yeah.
And
Which,
like the growing violence.
Obviously, it's been a topic for quite some time.
Yeah, ever since like the late '80s.
Yes.
Like when hip hop first blew up.
Well, this is what I want to say is, you're talking about the late '80s, and back then I think that they were addressing more street knowledge. Nowadays, you have kids that are talking about actually murdering people.
Yeah.
And incriminating themselves in their music. So you can actually see it on both sides. You know what I mean?
You could definitely play both ends.
I don't know. Like, but for me, like, you're not gonna like after I played GTA 5, I'm not gonna fucking go out and shoot up the fucking building. Shoot up a random building.
I agree.
That's the age-long debate of all these topics of whether shooting games are causing these things or rap music because it's violent. But I see Allie's point as well of, like, for instance, last week when we mentioned 21 Savage and I said the guy half the time just talks about killing his ops. He's like, I run up down and I'm going to murder the ops. Like, you don't kill anyone, bro. So why are you promoting the death of people? And like that's where a lot of people do get aggravated at like some of these rappers. But I also understand Mickey's point of the side of the coin. I'm not listening to 21 Savage and going, wow, I'm gonna go kill somebody.
Yeah.
But there could be someone in lower income areas that's what they might have to do to survive. And
like when it comes to that point that you're making about like actually killing people, I think about like the person who's most notorious for that in his music is Eminem. And I've been listening to him since 3 years old, and I've never had serious thoughts about murdering anybody.
I don't know. You ever
because of his music.
You ever hear "Dance with the Devil" by Immortal Technique? Pretty fucking wild song.
That one's pretty fucked up too. Yeah.
And I doubt.
But that's just a story. That's what we're talking about. It's entertainment at the end of the day.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's a little different though when you have a guy nowadays like YNW Melly who murders a man and then talks about it in a song and then gets pinched for it, and that's used as evidence against him. Yeah. So you could see how people do make that argument on both ends. Like back in the day,
both
you have
sides
like
of the spectrum.
Right. Like back in the day, like NWA, "Fuck the Police." That's a violent song, apparently. I don't believe it to be. It's a story at the end of the day.
Yeah,
I think.
It's got a serious political message.
Yeah. I think at the end of the day, it's because it's not a black and white line. It's a gray line. There's a gray line of, is this just promoting murder and weapons? Right. Or is this just like saying what goes on in the streets of how they have to survive in order to make their way?
Exactly.
So it's a line that it's not black and white. It's hard to distinguish what is really bad and what's not.
Plus, like you always say, where I'm like, nowadays it's just ridiculous when you listen to music and like, like you said, like with 21 Savage is a perfect example with killing ops and everything. Like he's never killed an op, like you said.
Yeah, he's from Britain.
But they all
but didn't he like move here when he was like 8? He moved to Atlanta at like 8.
Any of the mumble rappers that like that's what they talk about.
They do talk about a lot about killing people, and I have a feeling that most of them probably don't kill people, except for like YNW Melly. Right. Shout out YNW Melly. So I was one of the only people to see his concert.
I've always heard that story though of 21 Savage.
They got arrested the next day.
I've always heard that story of 21 Savage getting shot, but then shooting and killing like the people that were shooting him.
I thought that was DaBaby.
Yeah, I know DaBaby has murdered multiple people.
DaBaby's ill.
And he doesn't even really talk about, like, murdering people that
exactly. Often. He's actually killed somebody.
Yeah, in
self-defense.
Well, we don't, like...
Well, no,
I wasn't there, allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
Well, the thing is, because it was North Carolina where you could carry a weapon. Yeah. And I think it...
No, I remember him in an interview, and then that was brought up, and he was like, I can't mention everything, basically.
Yeah, of course.
Right. Because it's all confidential, of course.
Yeah. I don't know. It just feels like it's just like basically just like a scapegoat in a way.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
Because like you can't like I don't know. I feel like you can't blame all of them.
To me,
actually,
Someone's like decisions. Do you get what I'm saying?
yeah, 100%.
to like quote Mos Def, who says this is a folk art. At the end of the day, like we're all artists, like telling tales
Yes.
to some degree. Like we say that Worm is R. Kelly, pee on you full bladder. Worm would never do that to anyone,
Yeah,
let alone a child like R. Kelly.
that's not funny, but yes.
But that's my point. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
we're just entertaining.
It just-
We're making jokes. We're
yes,
telling
of
tales.
course.
We
It is
don't.
funny.
We don't. Hip hop is a music that's always had violence as a topic, but we don't promote violence.
Yeah,
We don't go out of our way to promote violence in any way, shape, or form.
100%.
Anybody who's done this to do this and say at the end of the day that they're an MC is doing it for the right reasons.
They're doing it for the art, not for like the
Right.
the image or like
Image and
the-
money.
They're not trying to pollute the minds of anybody. They're not trying
Yeah.
to bring down the nation's youth. They're trying to inspire others.
Well, actually, this is obviously this topic we're talking about right now could
Good
like
ones, at least.
could be like brought into like a wide range of topics in general, just like based on like the gun control, blah blah blah, all that
Right,
stuff.
right.
But I just wanted to bring up this guy that Mickey showed us a couple weeks ago. This guy Vernum. He actually has this really cool song that I got checked out, and it's about like pretty much like. Because since there's been all these horrible, horrific shootings that we've been seeing every week of just mass murder and all these horrible things that are going on, he has this song. It's called Monsters, and like it starts off by saying like, "I don't see monsters anymore. I see broken systems and victims." I don't know like it quote by quote,
Right.
but it's just it's a really powerful song because like I tend to agree with him that there's all this messaging in our world that is probably just polluting people's mental healths, and like I don't condone any of these fucking psychopaths who go through with these murders. It's horrible, but there's a reason that they were pushed there at some point. I feel like there's people are just not that kind to each other half the time. You don't know what some people are dealing with. Obviously, other people have
right.
thick skin, but like this guy, his point of view on it in his song at least was like the systems of everything are broken. Like you guys are tearing these people down. They fucking lose it and they snap, and like I think it's horrible that they do that. They shouldn't be condemned for it, but
Right.
it also is just like a discussion altogether of like what could we do better to fix the world.
Like I started thinking like that. I would say like around when I was like 13. When I was 13, I remember a kid in our school died. I'm pretty sure he intentionally overdosed.
Damn.
Yeah, and like I didn't know him, but he was like a friend of a friend. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like mutual friends. Like,
It just makes you.
yeah.
It just makes you think about how you interact with other people.
Yeah, like you don't know. Like what if you
Like we joke around, we're pretty fucked up to each other, but like
Yeah.
at the end of the day, we all know that we're solid. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Like you don't like I know exactly what you mean. Like you don't know. What if you were just talking to that kid and you're just trying to bust his balls? 'Cause that's what
Right.
you do when you grow up. You bust each other's balls.
Yeah,
and,
that's
like,
all we do is bust each
what
other's
if
balls.
We just don't know what's going on in his family life. Fucking, what if his dad's beating him when he gets
Yeah.
home? I mean, listen to fucking Eminem song "Insane."
Right.
Fucking stepfather raping him and shit. I mean, I don't know if that's true by Eminem.
Right.
He's had a lot of fucked up things in his life.
Could be true.
That song is fucked
Yeah.
up, but it's sick. Also, love the song "Insane."
Same. That whole album
One of my
is so
favorite
good.
songs.
Fuck him and his stupid opinion about it. Relapse sucking.
It was probably because he was like.
It's just because all the accents.
No, yeah, he does. That's what someone people always say. They're like, "Oh, it's probably because of like what he was going through at the time, or like the things he said." I'm like,
He
"No,
doesn't give a shit about any of
Like,
that.
he doesn't care about any of that. He literally said the
Oh,
lyrics are good. He literally was
He's
like,
like,
nah.
I just did so many fucking accents,
It's like
man.
the accents.
He's like, and you can't even tell me what accents I'm doing. They're like German,
That's what's
Russian.
so cool about
fucking-
it.
Yeah, exactly. Like they're his own.
That's what's so fucking cool about it, but he's a hater.
He's a hater for real. Of his own shit. It's insane.
Back on that same topic a little bit though, I saw like for instance the rapper Saweetie, fucking Quavo's ex-girlfriend, who's like a rapper. She sucks. She sucks.
She's hot,
Saying it right now.
but
She is
yeah,
hot.
she
Well,
sucks.
So anyway, she like came out and like she dropped an album. First of all, very poor taste of her. Shame on Saweetie. She was like throwing like dish shots at Quavo like right after his fucking
Boy
his
just
nephew
died.
just died. take off like throwing
Oh, I didn't
shots.
even know they had that like relationship.
Oh, no, yeah, they were-
Takeoff's uncle.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Right after he's throwing shots at Quavo, like the guy's obviously fucking mourning the loss of his beloved friend and nephew.
What a bitch.
Fucked up on her part, but not to mention that she was like, yeah, the reason female hip, like shout out to females in hip hop because I think there's a bunch of you out there that are killing it. So Weedy, not one of them. I think you are popular because of your image, which is cool. You're a beautiful woman. But she was saying like how female hip hop's taking over male hip hop because of the violence and stuff, blah blah blah. And then she went on to sell 2,000 copies this past week, and people were like 13 million followers and 2,000 copies sold.
Right.
Not adding up.
Right.
And then
I seen that on Twitter the other day.
Oh my god.
You're right. There are a lot of people.
She only sold like 2,000 2,000 units.
Something really bad, dude.
She pulled like a chocolate daddy and really fucked up. Damn.
2,000
Well, 'cause
units.
a lot of
Even chocolate daddy got 15,000.
people were really pissed off at the poor taste of her like dissing Quavo right after his nephew died.
Yeah.
That man came into the came into the office that day and was like, "I have the next Alicia Keys above. I swear to God, I could vouch for her."
Her name is Sweetie. No, but oh my god.
But
That
Worm's
is
right.
fucking
There
wild.
are a lot of females killing it in hip hop today.
Hell yeah,
right now.
tons of them that are
And
sick.
in history, but today, like Meg's killing it.
Meg.
Oh,
Cardi
yeah.
B's killing it. She's ill, Cardi B. She's fucking Bronx up. I don't give a shit if people write for her and it's different for her because they make songs that are like about her life almost.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure she didn't write that song Get Up 10. I don't know if you guys ever heard that song by her. It's pretty
I
deep
probably
shit.
have.
It's pretty deep shit, man.
Yeah. I don't really love
Talks
all
about
the-
like, having a strip and stuff just to like keep her lights on and like make meals for her family.
I don't really fully respect Cardi B either because of the things she has said in the past of like how she used to drug men and just rob
Yeah,
them.
that is pretty odd.
Some
So,
of
like-
our idols used to rob people and sell crack.
100%.
Yeah,
but I'm
Some
just
people just
saying,
gotta do what they gotta do.
if a,
man.
Some people-
if a male rap artist came out and said blatantly, "Yeah, I used to drug and rob women,"
Probably be a different
not
story.
a great.
Yeah.
That'd be a different story. It's just
Probably a different story.
It's just the two ends of everything that I don't
Yeah.
like.
I agree with you.
Because it's like just treat her the same that you would treat a man in that situation.
Doja
That's
Cat's pretty.
But
She's killing it.
She's dope.
She's bald, but she's killing it.
Just-
Doja Cat is probably one of the most talented. 'Cause she can rap, sing.
Produce.
She's beautiful, even when she's bald.
Yeah. Oh my. I actually forgot about that. She like just shaved her head. She was like, "Fuck it, I'm down."
Yeah, throw a wig on her. She'll
Honestly,
be good.
dude, I will say, dude, I will say, like, I had the long hair for like 3 months. It's fucking horrible. Like, it just
3
like.
months.
Oh yeah, and I'm sure it's.
It was definitely longer or something like that. It was like it was
Well,
longer than 3
Mick,
months.
let's.
I think it was like a
we did
year.
a show last year. You got a haircut the day or two before our show last year, and that was at the end of December. You didn't get a haircut until last week.
Oh,
You
all
do
right.
the math. That's
Well,
not 3
I'm
months.
talking about when it like started to get like I'm talking about when it started to get really long. When like to the point where like if I like took off my shirt, I'm like, what the fuck is this shit on my back? It's like, oh my god, it's my hair. I have to like I would put on a shirt and I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, oh shit, all my hair is in my shirt. I have to fucking pull it out. So in some ways, I'm like, when Doja Cat shaved her head, I'm like, good for her. Honestly,
Yeah, you know, I don't
she's
blame
like,
you.
fuck it.
Dude, I contemplate just getting a fucking zero buzz cut all the time because I just hate. It would feel so nice and smooth to have.
Yeah,
no
it's like
hair,
I'll fucking
but
just
I would
wear
hate
a
the way I
beanie.
look.
I'll just wear a beanie.
I hate having. I mean, I just trimmed mine the other
You
day.
might-
My
you
shit,
might-
mine's
you-
just
You
a
look
fro.
like Action Bronson.
Honestly,
if you, did that.
might pull off the bald because you got the
I have
beard.
a beard now. I
Yeah.
have a beard now. One day, I'm probably gonna go bald eventually, so let's not rush it. I don't want to be Mike Sanchez.
Oh my god. Well, no. Because he was already, he already like was fucked up by the
Guys,
time.
don't
he was
make
your
fun
age.
of Pikel. He's not here to defend himself.
Yeah.
Also,
Shout out,
Pikel-
shout out, Pico.
He's gonna see this and be pissed.
Pikel Thompson wanted to come on the podcast, and I said, you can't come on the podcast if you're just going to roast Worm the whole time. But Worm just fired shots, so if Pikel ends up guest starring, shots were fired. I can't do
Yeah.
anything about it now.
Oh yeah, the shots were fired.
You just
So,
throwing
he's gonna be
pretzels at
pissed.
Worm the whole time. Or some
He's
shit.
like, hey, Worm, You suck.
Yeah, man, people want to.
Starts interrupting Worm every time he opens his mouth.
Michael.
A bunch of our friends want him either like be the fourth person on the pod behind the camera and like
They're-
ask us questions.
Or Jamie.
We're definitely gonna implement something
Guest
eventually.
stars, maybe.
Yeah, we'll definitely implement something eventually that could work out and keep something fresh. Obviously, we got all of our songs to talk about for now, so this is just a little behind the camera shit.
Yeah.
But might as well let you guys in on our new ideas we got coming
Yeah.
eventually.
We're having our first guest come on next week. Young dipshit. the great one. No. But I do want to get into Boppin',
Oh shit.
Boppin', boppin', bop, bop, boppin'.
which is the 9th track off the Neighborhood Rain.
Ironically,
Oh, yeah.
it was the first one we did.
Yep.
Was it? I think it was the first beat we made. I don't know if it was the first one we recorded.
So me
No,
and
the first day we recorded 3 tracks.
get the bag.
But that was the
Boppin'.
first one we had done. Like, it might be the first or last one we recorded, but it was the first one on my list, so it's probably the first one we recorded.
Yeah. So what
I
happened
remember.
was.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's all
Keep
good.
going.
Me and Allie, I just started rapping with you guys again, and I wasn't comfortable really. Like I was comfortable-ish writing.
Yeah, one was trying to,
But-
like, get in his groove.
Yeah, I wasn't in a groove whatsoever because, like I said, this was like the first song we ever worked on since I was back.
Yeah, I
and
gotcha.
he
We
was
weren't
like,
really working on a song at all, though.
no, yeah,
That's
we were
the
just
crazy
fucking
part.
around.
Yeah.
And you told me that Mitch told you that you got is like when you freestyle, you gotta make sure you're in the booth recording it because you're dropping these sick lines, then you forget them.
Well, yeah, because Mitch used to come over in the shed. I'd be like, "Come on, Mitch, give me some words, give me some hard words." And he'd be like, "Cereal box," and then like I would start fucking going crazy. And he'd be like, "You got to use that." I'd be like,
And you're like, what?
"What did I say?" And he's like, "How the fuck am I supposed to know what you said?"
It came out of
said it-
you, Brand.
You said it in fucking You said it in fucking 30 syllables a second. How am I supposed to know what you said?
Yeah, and then so that's what we did. We hopped in the booth and we were just like rapping, but we were freestyling, so I was like, I haven't done this in ever really.
Right.
I was like, I have like obviously fucking around with our friends in like the shed outside,
Right.
throwing on a YouTube beat, but like I haven't done this seriously. He's like, just be cool. He's like, it's like think of a word, and like I would think of a word, but it'd be kind of difficult, and like he's like, see, you're trying to be too difficult with it. He's like, shh, just make it a word and
Dumb
just
it down.
rhyme that word.
Dumb it down.
And so I was like, I think he might have said bopping, or I just said, I was like, all right, bopping. And then I didn't know what, I think it was him, because then I was like, bopping. Like I just started saying bopping over and over again because I didn't know what to say, because I was just, I was choking. You're like, wait, hold on, we can work with this. Then you started doing, you're doing the actual hook. You're like, yeah, whatever. Bopping. Bopping.
I do remember that now
And then
that
we
you said
both
that.
just started doing it into the mic. And then we just fucked around for the rest of the time. Then we revisited like a week later, I feel like. And we're like, yeah, what could we use out of that?
We were working on singles at the time.
Never Lost, Smooth.
We were working on those. We had like 5-ish songs ready, right? Because we were maybe gonna drop Get the Bag as a single.
Yeah.
And one of the other ones, and then that's when we were like, well, we already wanted to do a new mixtape. Why don't we just start putting stuff aside for the mixtape? We didn't even know if those songs were gonna make it at first, and they did.
Yeah. And then
Some wild shit, man.
It became bopping. Are you gonna play it for them?
I am gonna play it.
All right, yeah. Let's hook it up.
Fucking bass line, right?
Sick.
KMC, I keep the crowd rocking, I keep the heads bopping, I keep the beat stomping, energy always high, never dropping, I keep the ladies locked in a trance, dancing, shaking ass, got the men slobbering, all because I came in clobbering, neighborhood rain, bitch, ain't no stopping it, Kush Master Yoda, I filled the room with smoke, mic stages, bars and L's, ain't no joke, I dust off losses, I take another toke, name speaks for itself, but just in case you didn't know, KMC stone cold on the microphone, stoned and cold, my terry fold exposed, I could be pulling in my bathrobe, or cooking in my lab coat, either on the most dope, red Mac Miller, nobody is iller. You clowns.
That's probably my favorite line in the song. Still Nicole with my cherry flavor clothes.
Bitch, get woke. Sick ass wizard with the invisibility cloak. Burn you bitches like toast. He a murder moment, but in this life she ain't a ghost. In this life, I'm just so close to the status of gold. Even if I'm not even a note, no one can compare to these lines that I wrote. Neighborhood got you bopping your head and we fuck up the show. Kush got unstoppable.
It's the master, yo.
631, we bop your head off boom bop, hip hop, rap beats, free tracks, fiend, get back, fiends, not thinking straight till I'm bopping my head. Screaming out Yoda Mickin, keep it kicking, so I can make these heads pop like a motherfucker. Fill you up with thrills, chills, make someone notice. Get so high I'm floating, neighborhood is golden. Yoda cuts up the vision with precision, slicing dice, trying to go the distance. East Coast flows from your boy, you know. Out here bopping your head, cause Mickin rocks the show. We the fucking 631 goats. Boppin', boppin',
I think he's got the cleanest cadence coming in right now.
He does.
631, we
Take a seat and relax.
631, got you boppin'. Take a seat and relax. The neighborhood on the come up, ain't no coming back. Burning up the ganja till I got panic attacks. Now I'm popping off the wall, you can call me Michael Jack. Son, I just hit you with another one. DJ Khaled, but the key is in the fun. Like the proof is in the pudding. Bill Cosby on the mic, you keep sleeping on me. Keep sleeping on me.
Can I just say, as your older brother, with all your accomplishments and all of your talents and all that great stuff that you could do with beats and videos and all that other bullshit you can do, nothing makes me more proud of you than the way that you can rap.
Yeah, dude, you are insane.
Nothing makes me more proud of you than the way you can rap.
Really?
Everybody would be like, did you hear that? But Mickey made that great beat. And I'm like, yeah, but did you hear his verse on it? Who gives a shit about the beat?
Well, actually, on this one,
More
you're the
insane.
one that basically made the foundation for bopping.
Yeah, I mean,
You needed to fix it up. We just need to fix it up a little.
well, what we usually do is I kind of come up with the loop that we're going to spit on. And then you kind of micking up the rest of it.
Well, yeah, fix up like the rhythm basically. Because at least with bopping, like this, I think it was like one of your earlier beats. So
Right.
It was a little like off the rhythm.
Right.
So I had to like tweak it up to where it like actually like you can rap on it and it can like it's not sound like something's off.
Right.
But yeah,
So-
your verse is sick on there. Especially, I love the way you come in and the way you finish. Cause like, take a seat and relax. The neighborhood on the come up, ain't no coming back. But I also like the way you end because the Bill Cosby line is just hilarious.
I didn't
Bill
even
Cosby
real-
on the mic. They keep
I like
sleeping
must
on.
have been like upstairs eating or something when you had recorded that. And you had sent it to me like some morning, early in the morning, like you do when you send us fucking files at like 7 o'clock in the morning. You're a freak. And I was having
like 3
coffee.
a.m.
I was having coffee at my
Relax.
desk. And I was listening to it. And all of a sudden, you said that Bill Cosby thing, and I almost choked on a donut and coffee at the same time.
Well, because if you remember right, when Micken first sent Boppin' to us, for some reason his verse wasn't in there. I think he might have re-recorded at your own spot.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't
yeah.
in there because we were mad confused. We're like, what the fuck is this song?
That's
we're like,
right.
this just doesn't make any sense because it was just like because I think we were re-recording it too, and we
Yeah,
heard
I'm
our
like-
first two verses, and we're like, we hear the next hook come in, we're like, what's after this hook?
I'm like, I'm very confused.
Just
I
the
thought
beat?
Mickey was on this.
Yeah, we were so pissed. We were like, wait, what? We thought Mickey was on this. We're like, I thought it was sick.
We're gonna have to come up with more shit if he's not.
We're like, this is like a minute-long song.
Yeah.
I was showing the fucking old guy Keith at work our music yesterday, and he said I think Boppin' was his favorite one.
Oh
That's
really?
it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he was like, this one's really fucking catchy. Fucking old white dude doesn't know dick about hip hop.
I know what you mean. Like
Yeah.
that's so funny to me. Like when, like my mom or my dad would be like, I really like this one. Like my mom loves the allegory off of Neighborhood's Finest. I'm like, it's a song about growing up in my neighborhood, not your neighborhood. I'm like, it's about my neighborhood and like all my fucking friends that died and like overdosed, like growing up in like a fucking middle class, more low income area.
Yeah. Oh jeez.
Yeah, but that's cool that like at least that's
At least
the whole
she,
point
like-
of like making
She's
it.
like, I love the beat. You know how mom is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, obviously your
she
mom.
really don't listen to
yeah,
the words.
she's not listening to the words properly. But
She just likes it's called the allegory.
Tears have cold. I'm wondering why.
Yeah.
that is cool though that like people could listen to that song and
Yeah.
like, resonate with it in their own town.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, of course.
You know, there's other towns that go through the same shit as this one. Obviously, a lot of ODs over here.
That was one of the reasons that like I put that song
R.I.P..
together. I was like, Micken, this is the idea. This is what I gotta do.
I remember when you told me about that. It was really cool idea.
I wanted to like carefully do it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I feel like Boppin' was
I think you did well.
Thanks, man.
yeah, the allegory was sick. I think Boppin' was one of our
Which is on the neighborhood's finest.
yes.
Our first mixtape.
Which you can listen to as well in the link below. For both
Shameless plugs.
Check them out. Check them out.
I'm sorry I interrupted you.
No, it's okay. Check it out. Check out all of our music on Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, Amazon Music, wherever the fuck it is. It's there, and you'll find it. I was just gonna say, I feel like Boppin' was
You're right.
Yeah.
You just want to laugh?
No, say what you want to say, Worm.
I was just gonna say, I feel like Boppin' was really liked at our concert too, and we did it in the backyard.
Oh
I
yeah.
think it was one of like the more. I mean, obviously we didn't have many people there at all, but
It was a good amount. It was a
Yeah,
good
I think
amount.
our
It's
people
not
were
like
going
it
nuts
was like
for it.
that's what I mean. I feel like our people were going nuts for it.
It was like
all
like
that-
20 people there.
Yeah.
I would say that's not bad.
20, 30.
And it was our people. Like, that's all that mattered to us.
It was a great night for me.
We
I
weren't
thought
trying
it
to
was
put on a show.
I thought we had a great night. It was
But
such a
we
fun
will
night.
be putting on shows soon. If
Yes.
you would like to see them, comment in the link below what songs you want us to perform.
Hell yeah! Comment
No
where
link.
you'd like to see us too. I mean,
In the box below.
I just like it's just cool just to perform in front of just like people, no matter
Yeah.
if it's like 10 or like 10,000.
oh
Yeah.
hell yeah! It was such a cool feeling. I felt like even though it was only 20 people, like I was the most fun. Afterwards, I just couldn't stop smiling. I feel like it was such a fun
Yeah,
time.
like me and Mickey, the first time we performed, we only had like 30 people there. And like
Yeah, it was like
10 of them were all
It
people.
was like a bar, and then like the majority of the people watching like were performing as well.
Yeah.
So there was that.
I remember when you
They all
guys
thought we were real.
when you guys performed though, like that was kind of what made me want to get back into rapping again because I came and showed up to show my support.
Yeah.
And I remember I think it was you guys were just doing a song that I knew that I was originally probably gonna be on before I stopped rapping, and I can't lie, it brought me to tears in like a good way because it was made me really happy watching you guys do your thing up there. But I
Right.
felt like I was like I'm missing from this. Like I should be up there with them. With
Well,
my best friends.
It's glad,
making music.
we got back. That's glad,
Hell yeah,
glad we got back on the second on our sophomore record.
Hell
So-
yeah.
If you want to call it that.
Well, the neighborhood.
Yeah.
We're the neighborhood.
We're gonna
The
have fucking 30
neighborhood's
of these
finest came out,
songs.
which is our first. That's our freshman mixtape, and then our sophomore mixtape. The second would be the neighborhood rain. But as a trio, this is our first.
Yes.
This is
that's
our
true.
first as a trio.
Yes, that's true.
Well, you guys won't have to worry about lack of music because, like Yoda says, we got rhymes and punchlines infinitely. And we're going to be fucking dropping
The
for
saga
years to
continues.
come.
The saga continues.
The saga begins.
We had stuff stacked for a while.
Yeah, for a good amount of time.
It's gonna be,
I like having stuff stacked.
hell yeah, we've been doing a bunch of work right now. Took a little, not time off. We've still been recording the
Yeah.
podcast and
Yeah.
fucking around. But
Yeah.
now we're bracing,
Racking
come up with new
bracing
stuff.
back up.
Come on.
Racking
Getting ready.
records.
Getting ready for the next year. And obviously just finish the year out strong.
Hell yeah. Making I remember we did Boppin' and then we got the flu. Like we wrote Boppin'. We stayed up all day fucking recording 3 songs, track after track after track. We all went home.
You're
and the
welcome.
next day I couldn't move.
You're welcome.
Oh my god. You're welcome, you ass.
Yeah.
No, that was a horrible week for me.
Vicky came to the house to like stay out the flu with me, and we both were like, Mickey would look at me or I'd look at Mickey and be like, studio. And I'd be like, no, I'm gonna die. Mickey'd be like, no fucking way.
It's good. It's a good idea at first, but then you get up and you remember you have the flu, and now
You're crawling into the other room to get in the studio.
you're all like lightheaded, nauseous. You're just like,
Sweating
I'm just gonna sit down on this one.
You're cold and hot at the same time. You're
Yeah.
sweating and not sweating. You're sweating in places you didn't even know you could sweat. You could literally feel the sweat dripping off of your testicles. The worst.
Yeah, my bad.
Fuck you,
I didn't know I was sick.
So guys,
I was feeling like
Do you
shit all
have
day.
do you have a favorite line off this record, Boppin?
oh, it's definitely your ending line.
Oh, Bill Cosby on the mic, keep sleeping on me.
Yeah. No, that's not it. The ending. Keep sleeping on me.
Keep sleeping on me.
The way you said it was so sinister.
Yeah, you did. You
Yeah.
did say it. So sinister.
It's a pretty out there.
I don't know if you know this, but Bill Cosby is out free. So
Out and about.
Yeah, it didn't really age well.
Dude, they're saying freaking R. Kelly might get out on the same
Get the
type
fuck
of
outta here.
technicalities that Bill Cosby got out on.
what, for real?
That's what I saw recently.
I was
the other
just
day.
joking, man. Like, I don't know how he had gotten out.
Oh, it
Like,
was off like a technicality issue. Like they just fucked something up in like the paperwork, and that's.
Oh,
literally how Bill Cosby got out.
wow. That's fucking
That's,
wild.
like, he just had a really good lawyer because obviously he's probably rich as shit.
Yeah.
And
He's like, oh, but you
they,
fucked this
found
part up.
Small ass little
fucking
detail.
Dr. Huxtable.
That's literally how he got out. Isn't that nuts? They found like the tiniest detail, and they're like, well, it's null and void now.
That's terrible. I remember reading somewhere.
This
I thought he was
sentence doesn't
dying.
have a comma. Case dismissed.
You didn't rape those women, then you're good. This one doesn't have a comma here. All right, yeah, you. Never mind. We were wrong.
We were my mom was talking about OJ.
Piece of shit.
Just because we're talking about alleged shit that happened. My mom and I were talking about OJ the other day. And she was going back and forth about like what a piece of shit criminal OJ was, and like I'm like, she's like, he got in trouble afterwards, and he definitely murdered his wife and that guy. And I was like, really? He was not found guilty. She started.
Glove didn't fit.
She started.
Glove didn't fit.
She started flipping out. And then we started saying that. Started laughing. And then she started flipping out again. And I'd go, "Well, Ma, the burden of proof is on the state." She was like, "Fuck you! Don't talk to me. Don't ever say it to me again."
Didn't he put out that
Burden of proof is on the state.
that book?
If I
It was
did-
like,
if
if
I
I did
did
kill
do
my
it-
wife, this is how I would do it.
Yeah, he literally
Some weird shit like
I
that.
just confessed to murdering her. Pretty much.
Oh
He's
my
like,
God.
if I did do it.
He was like,
Totally didn't.
He was
but
like,
if I did.
I didn't kill that bitch.
But if I did,
But if I did,
He's like, if I did, I would have did it like this.
I don't know if it is like a real thing that actually like was said by him, but like there was like an article because I saw it on Instagram and I was like I didn't really give a shit enough
Yeah,
to
to
like
actually look into
actually
it.
look it up, but it was like it was OJ and like he was quoted as saying that he moved out of LA because he's afraid that the one who did it is still there.
I think I saw that too. I don't know if that
he's
was real
good.
either.
He's good.
I don't know if that was really there. That might have been fake because I did.
Yeah.
He was in a
that's what I
couple of
mean.
movies,
I did see a bunch of funny ass OJ Simpson memes of him like saying things like not too long ago that were like it was funny because
One of the
like,
best.
Oh, probably my no, I'm sorry. Hold on. But probably my favorite meme of the like recent years is
Fucking
LeBron. Is the LeBron like
oh, he's such a
lying?
liar. He just lies
Yeah.
about everything. Dude, it's so funny.
Dude.
He's like, yeah, I was there, man. Well, I saw a meme of him. I mean, R.I.P. to all the people that died in 9/11. I don't need to make a joke out of this, but if you haven't seen what LeBron does, pretty much just lies his ass off, and he's like, I was here for this, or I knew this was gonna happen.
No, because what
With the
sparked it
Kobe-
was
the Kobe.
it was when Takeoff died.
There's
and
one
he-
before that though,
Oh.
because the
Well, yeah, I know
the
he has been doing
the
it. I know-
Redeem team. No, I'm saying the one that
LeBron's
really
a fucking psychic.
No, yeah, pretty much. He thinks
Is
he is.
ESP?
The one that really was highlighting it though was when he said about Kobe in the. You know how they made the Redeem Team documentary on Netflix about like the
Man,
about like the USA basketball team,
Oh,
with
yeah,
Kobe
yeah.
and LeBron and all them.
Yeah.
It was about it was a video from that documentary where he was like, "Man, I knew Kobe was gonna score 80 that night." That was like the one that really highlighted it. Because like, no, you did, you fucking dipshit. Like, obviously we were like, he was like, this is what he said. He was like, I said to my buddies, I'm like, yo, he's going for 80 tonight. I know it. Like, no, you didn't. You didn't say that. And then, like you said, he said about when Takeoff
Yeah.
passed away, he was like, man, I've been listening to the Migos since 2010. And then everyone was like, they didn't make music till 2011.
They put out their first mixtape in like 2011.
I know
they're doing
another
music.
basketball player, Patrick Beverly, because he's on LeBron's team, on his own podcast, he was saying, he's like, nah, man, like, he could have been telling the truth. Like, you know, ball players give rappers mixtapes before it come out. It's like, yeah, but they weren't big then. So
Right.
I doubt LeBron would have cared to hear them.
The only thing I can like back him up on, it's like maybe just because remember this is 2020. This year is 2022. 20 fucking like he was talking
10
about
years
shit
ago.
from like 10, 11 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, oh, maybe he just like was just estimating. It's like,
Right.
like, because it's like a year off. It's not like he's like, I've been listening to them since like 2005 or like some shit like that.
That's true. It was close.
But I just love the outpouring from the internet on
it's so
every.
funny.
It's like they're actually named the Migos, the Amigos, and then I told them to take it was
take
too
the A
long,
out.
and they took the A out, and the rest is history.
You chose love memes, but the best OJ content out there is the Family Guy episode with OJ Simpson.
Oh, of course.
That is
The
hilarious.
juice is loose.
The juice is loose.
Oh, maybe he actually
He's an
did.
insane
do that.
running back. He was a great running back.
Do you guys have any favorite lines from Boppin?
Oh, I mentioned
I-
Mickey's favorite lines.
Yeah, I said before, Stone is cold, my Terry fold is exposed.
Stoned and cold. My
Sorry,
telephone
I like-
was
yeah,
exposed.
yeah.
I like the next.
I said
I like the next
It
line
was
from
before.
that where you say, "I could be bulling in my bathrobe or cooling in my lab coat. Either or, I'm the most dope." Rest in peace, Mac Miller. Nobody
Yeah, because
is iller.
I
went with
said
more of
Mac,
like a
rest in peace, Mac Miller. Nobody is iller because he did both those things. There are music videos of him in bathrobes, and there are music videos of him in lab coats.
Yep.
And I was like, oh shit, it's like a quadruple entendre because
Yep.
of Rick and Morty.
Yep.
Oh shit!
Other than those lines from you guys, I mean, mine was like fairly basic. I was just coming for more of like a head bopper,
Right.
like fucking bop your head. I like the way I end my
Get so
verse,
high I'm
though.
floating.
Oh yeah, I like that line. Get so high I'm floating. Neighborhood is goaded.
I feel
I
like
like
you were
when you
going
say Yoda
ODB
cuts-
on it.
I like you say when you say Yoda cuts up the vision with precision.
Yeah, sliced and diced,
Diced.
just trying to go the distance.
Distance.
Yeah, I like the way I finished my verse out. That part's cool. But
Your
I,
whole fucking
I
verse
just
is
like
good.
I like the bit where he's like, fill you up with thrills, chills, makes him want to notice.
Notice.
Get some high, I'm floating. I
Neighborhood
was like,
is golden.
I said before, I was like, it's like an O. He's just like trying to go ODB.
yeah, it
Do an
does have-
ODB on the beat.
He does have a little. I mean, I do have a little sense of ODB in me on there, with my voice
That's not,
inflection.
it worked.
Hell yeah, it's a great track. But
Yeah. That's one of the tracks that like I know how I'm gonna sound right now, like so pretentious, but like I almost forget about because
of all the other sick tracks.
well you know I don't know if other people do this, but like the way I work is like I work on something, I listen to it, making sense to me, I listen to it again, I give him the green light on it, we put it out, I never listen to it again, I just go on to the next thing. So like this is why it's cool to like do the podcast, especially like doing the episodes each week, because I like listen to each track.
yeah.
I'm like, oh shit, I forgot about all that.
Yeah, I was listening because obviously we had it out. We had the music before it was out.
Right.
So I was listening to it heavy then. So then when it first came out, I obviously listened to it for like the first week, and then I took a break from it for a while. But I've been getting back into listening to the mixtape again this past
Right.
week, just because it is a fucking sick mixtape, and I do love
yeah.
every track on it.
Hell yeah.
But I just needed to take like a step back from like listening to
Yeah.
myself like a narcissist.
With the mixing and mastering.
That's why I never listen to it. I feel like it's just so pretentious.
Exactly.
Yeah, just doing the mixing and mastering, it's hard for me to go back to it because I
can
literally
imagine.
listen
Just
to
listen over
every
and over.
song.
Yeah, you like,
Over
it's
and
different.
over.
You know all of our lyrics.
Yeah, and like I was like, wait, I do, and it's
like,
like it's a
even-
realization to me.
Like there was this one time where we ate some shrooms and we did a music video and we were filming the music video and I was like, I don't remember my words, and Mickey was like,
You
what do you mean you don't remember your words? And he did like the fastest part too, and I was like, what do you mean? I was like,
It's like I remember your words.
I was like, I'm not gonna remember all that shit. He was like, I do. He was like, how do I remember it? You
I was
know.
literally like, I'll help you out. I'll help you out. I'll walk you through it.
He did. Yeah, dude.
There's literally like a bit in the music. I think it's for Smooth. Was it?
I think it was Smooth, yeah.
Yeah, it was for Smooth. I was like literally like when you go in, it's like I'm always just joking, stone the Seth broken, high as hell, always jotting, plotting a token or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And then like it was like when you go really
Papa
in.
was jotting a token. Yeah. When you did the part where I go really in, and I was like, God damn.
Yeah,
It's like this fucking kid knows a wall.
That was a great video shoot that day.
yeah, that was fun.
You guys got shit to shoot?
I do have
I
some
do.
shit to shoot.
Shoot the shit. Shoot the shit.
It's actually what I was laughing about before. I thought of something.
Then you go first.
We really need to get plugs in on this podcast. And I was watching Tom Segura and Kevin Smith talk about it. We should get Fleshlight to sponsor us.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, honestly, so
Fleshlight, hit us up.
a good point about that is like obviously we're
I always
not
want to
big.
get around to listen to that. I always fucking procrastinate and never do. The Kevin Smith, his interview with Kevin Smith.
I seen like clips of it. I'm not gonna cap and say I watched the whole thing. All I know is that Kevin Smith goes, "Yeah, Fleshlight's been sponsoring me for years, dude." I was like, "Damn, that's a great idea."
Fleshlight sponsored the pod, but that's actually
Any
a good point
fleshlight
though,
making company,
because
Vicky's just dying to get one from you.
having advertisement.
they work great.
I use my Fleshlight 3 times a day.
I love
Breakfast,
my
lunch, and
Fleshlight.
dinner.
You start doing like those commercials, like in The Wolf of Wall Street. How many times you flashlighting? Like once a week. Those are rookie numbers.
I myself
flashlight
fleshlight twice a day.
That is a good point though about the advertisements because it makes it look more official and
Yeah.
legit, and we would make money off of it. But be like for instance, Barstool Sports back in the day, Dave Portnoy when his company was just a magazine, what he would do, or not magazine, a newspaper, what he would do is he would put, which obviously it was screwing him over because he was advertising for free,
Right.
but it ended up making his paper look more legit and catching more eyes because he would just put advertisements in there for brands and he would not be getting paid from it, and like people genuinely thought it was like a more legit newspaper because they saw the advertisements. Isn't that crazy?
That is pretty.
Anyone who wants to advertise for us or sponsor us, I guess is a better way of saying it. If you want to sponsor us, comment section below or DM us. Emails on the emails on the page, right, Mickey?
What's up?
Hold on, my microphone is
Bunsen.
buzzing. Yeah.
Be right back after these technical difficulties.
Oh shit.
Jesus Christ.
Did it just go buns?
Yeah, it just did.
Okay, so we have all that other content though, right?
Yes.
Yeah, my bad. We're almost done with this. And then we'll get out of your hair so you can go.
No, it's all.
Come on. Oh, you mother cunts.
So now mine's off. Good job, Mickin.
No.
Oh, yours is still off. Good job, Mickin.
Tittin. I'm gonna blow my nose.
Come on.
Come on.
All right, yes. All right. It's better to not fuck the fuck up again. I'm gonna freak out.
One of you guys just go into your shooting the shit because we're not talking about Fleshlight for another 20 minutes. I just thought
All
it was
right,
funny
yeah,
for the
we
first
shouldn't.
time.
Yeah, we shouldn't be going in on that.
What shit do you got to shoot,
Mickey
Mickey?
loves Fleshlight.
Mickey does love Fleshlight. Never forget.
That's just a rumor.
That's allegedly.
Allegedly. Actually, this is the week of Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving.
Oh yes.
Happy Thanksgiving to
happy
you all. Yeah, that's a
Thanksgiving.
good point to
I
make.
hope you enjoyed it
Even though,
as much as I did.
even though those pilgrims just raped and pillaged all the Native Americans.
We did.
Yeah,
have a
we
great
did
Thanksgiving this
celebrate
year.
the murder of all the Native Americans by all those pilgrims.
Those pieces of shit pilgrims.
You know what?
But we
I
wouldn't be
gotta
here
honest
today,
with you.
so.
I don't even give a shit about Thanksgiving as much as I give a shit about the day after Thanksgiving.
Black
when I can
Friday.
take all the fucking food and just throw it in a bowl. I'm talking, I take the ham, the turkey, the mashed potatoes, the gravy, the stuffing, the corn, even the yam. I'll take anything. I'll throw it right in the bowl. Like I'm at KFC. I just go to town.
I did mine on like a plate, and like the fucking biscuit. Well, yeah, like a normal human. Yeah, you throw the fucking biscuits on. You got the fucking cranberry sauce.
Yeah, Thanksgiving.
You know
is
what?
Classic.
One time when I was a kid, Mom asked me if I wanted something to eat. You know how she always does this? This is something my mom always does. She goes, "You want something to eat?" And then she goes, "Really?"
Yeah.
You could be like, "Yeah, I'll have any of those."
I feel
pizza."
like
She'd be
Dad has also been a victim of
Really?
doing that too.
Yeah, they both do. They
They both do that.
So all of a sudden, I was watching Bugs Bunny. So I could have been like, it was like a marathon on like 49 all day long.
Yeah.
So I had to be like 9-ish, like 8 or 9. And I go, Mom goes, "Do you want some leftovers?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she goes, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah, really." She goes, "All right, what do you want?"
It's like, yeah, Mommy,
So I
just
tell her, I'm
asked.
like, I'll take some corn, some stuffing, a little biscuit, mashed potato. She's like, that's so much work, Allie. You are so annoying. And I was like, all right, I don't even want anything anymore. She goes, you know what? I'll make it for you, but I'm only throwing it in a bowl.
So that's how it started.
Yeah, I was like, all right, throw it all in a fucking bowl. No problem.
You just get that. You
That's
just
how you
eat a whole spoonful of Thanksgiving.
That's how I eat it. A whole spoon in one bite.
Yeah,
Little Thanksgiving to everybody.
but that's wasn't my shit I was shooting.
What
It
shit
was-
are you shooting?
Well, it was because on Thanksgiving I was going back to Brooklyn, and it's like a 2-hour train ride.
Right.
So, I heard about this movie that I wanted to see for a little bit, and I was like, no better time than now. It's called Love and Mercy, and it's about the life of Brian Wilson, the main guy, this main songwriter of the Beach Boys.
Oh, that sounds sick.
Yes. So actually, they play them in 2 different time periods.
Aruba, Jamaica. Ooh,
Yes.
I wanna take you.
So there's actually 2 people playing Brian Wilson. There's John Cusack, who plays the older Brian, who we all know.
You watch
from
this on
Hot Tub.
you watch this on Thanksgiving.
On my way back. Yes.
You watched this on Thanksgiving on your way back.
Yes.
While you were watching that Cusack movie, I was watching Hot Tub Time Machine with Ilana. We were both watching Cusack movies at the same fucking time.
That's hilarious.
That's crazy.
But probably one of my favorite aspects of the movie, the young Brian, because it's 2 different ones.
Right.
It's it shows him in the mid '60s making pet sounds, which if you don't know, it's like one of their most critically acclaimed albums. It's like on par with like one of the greatest albums in the world by many like sources and shit, like Rolling Stone. So
What's the name of the album?
Pet Sounds.
Oh, that's the name of the album.
Yes, Pet Sounds.
You said they were making pet sounds. I thought that they were making pet sounds.
Well, yeah. In the movie, they like are recording.
I didn't realize
pet
it was the
sounds.
name of an album.
Yes.
I thought I was like, they're fucking barking to the microphone. Stupid.
Well, yeah. Well, the actor that plays him in the 1960s is Paul Dano, who we watched as the Riddler in the Batman.
He's sinister. Fuck that guy.
No, but he is awesome in this.
Oh yeah.
Great
He's
actor.
crazy.
And he plays the young one.
He plays the young one, and then John Cusack plays him in the mid '80s when he meets
Do they
his
look
future.
alike?
Probably not.
Yeah, but like
He was like only a
dude,
child, though, right?
What?
Dano was only a child, though, in the movie. I'm assuming?
No. He was like.
He plays him in his like 30s, and then Cusack
No,
plays him like his 60s.
maybe like
you said.
25, and then Cusack plays him when he's like in his mid 40s.
I can see them somewhat being similar-ish looking.
Yeah, but it's not really about that. It's just like
Yeah, just Hollywood should do better.
they were really
about a
going
lot
for
of
like looks and shit. But like they both like Paul Dano's fucking what's it called?
I seen Tupac Shakur in concert last week, and that guy been dead 20 years, Ari.
No, but Paul Dano's portrayal of the young Brian though, it's like it's so like on par, like
Right.
they're near, like their voices are like nearly identical, like when they sing, it's like near perfect. The pitch is near perfect, and what I love, what really gravitated me towards it is because they show him recording pet sounds,
Right.
and this is in the 60s where like I don't think laptops even existed. That like
Right.
you can make a song on a laptop, but like they were like, I think it was like their first album too. They didn't really record a lot of the instruments. Brian hired a session band, and it was like a very sought after session band, the Wrecking Crew, and he would just like direct what he wanted them to do.
Right.
And what I thought was pretty cool, he's going over like the rhythm section, and one of the bassists is like, because there's like an upright bass and then a woman doing like the normal bass guitar.
Right.
And she's like, Brian, I think you messed up this like setup, like the way the music was written. He's like, what do you mean? He's like, well, you have John playing in D, but the rest of us are playing it in A major. And he's like, yeah. And he was like, 2 different keys playing at the same time? He's like, does that make sense? He's like, makes sense in my head. I was like, damn, fucking guy don't fucking care. It sounds good.
Right.
Yeah. You just used.
Well, it's like
what he
you say that to me sometimes, kind of.
What?
You'd be like, well, Yoda, like, this doesn't work. Like you got too much going on in, like, this little section. And then, like, you take a piece out. Or then, like, you'll put it back in and you'll take another piece. And you'll be like, I see what you did there.
Sometimes.
Power of the brain.
Yeah.
Incredible shit.
I think it's more power of the ear.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
No, just the way, like,
connected.
he, like, would direct, like, he would, like, they would start recording and then, like,
What's the name of this
literally
movie again?
Love and Mercy.
I gotta check it out.
Yeah, it's actually it's
dope.
the title is taken from a song that Brian Wilson did. It was like 1988, I think. It was his self-titled album, and that's like the first track on there, Love and Mercy. And that's a fucking. It plays at the end, at the very end, like when the credits roll. You play. It's like him live at like, I think he's like 60 or 70 years old. Like on the piano. No. Like the actual Brian Wilson.
Oh.
Like, cause this is the thing. The end of the very end of the movie, the credits are just rolled.
Oh, I got
and
you.
then that fucking comes in, and that dude is so fuck. I think, I forget where he was performing, but
What'd you watch it on?
It was just HBO. HBO
Sponsor
Max.
us, HBO.
I doubt they will.
Yeah. No, it's just wild because it also goes over like his like mental health issues. Like I think he dealt with like I think he was dealing with it was called schizoaffective disorder, which is a form of schizophrenia. But
Poor guy.
in the mid 80s he was under the guise of this psychotherapist Eugene Landy, and he had a very avant-garde approach to therapy. Like he would put Brian, and like he also had Brian was like his most famous client, but he would have his clients on 24-hour surveillance where he's like no matter where they go, he has like basically a guy that like watches over him. It's like, oh, Brian, you need to take your pills or like shit like that, like to like medicate him and shit, and like to make sure he's like behaving. But he was like hearing voices. Like he was literally hearing voices. In
I'm
the
sure he
movie, he's
was a
like,
little
I've been
fucked
hearing
up, but when
voices
you're-
since 1963.
Yeah, I'm sure he was fucked up, but you can't over medicate people either. That just makes them worse.
Oh no, of course. No, like,
I
they
think if
say,
everybody smoked a little bit more weed when they had these fucking...
You might hear more noises though if you're crazy and you get too high.
crazy shit.
But weed
Eat an
affects
edible.
weed affects people differently.
I don't know.
I mean, eat an edible, I would be throwing up and sleeping. So
No, you
Weed
gotta eat
affects
like
everybody differently.
1/16 of an edible, and then you'll be fine.
I hate edibles.
Who the fuck told you that?
Like if you don't want to if you don't want to get fucked up, that's all I'm saying.
I don't believe that you could even feel like... that's like not even
It's like
flicking
the
the
Chris
balls at
Stefano
16.
bit. You're supposed to eat a half of a square on the chocolate bar. I have a size 38 waist, and they just gave me a chocolate bar.
Yeah. I gotcha. I see what you're doing there.
Yes.
Okay. Like a 16th. That's like a crumb.
Yeah, but that's basically like what I wanted to just go over about, because it just
It
shows you.
sounds like a very interesting
no,
movie.
because
I gotta check it
it
out.
shows you just how like much it took to make a record.
Right.
Because like I don't know if I said it before, but like when he would have the session bands recording, he would record them like, and then like 2 seconds into the recording, he'd be like, "All right, stop." He's like, "All right, I need the drummer to come in a bar before,
Right.
add a fill or some shit like that." He would be like, "I need you like just say all that, like all this all this crazy shit.
Like composing them, basically.
Yeah, and then like he would record vocals with the rest of the band, and then he would like same thing. It would be like 5 seconds of the recording. And he's like, "All right, stop." He's like, "All right, Mike, I need you to back up just a little bit. Carl, I need you to just come a little forward. I need you, Dennis, to like put your vocals just a little bit deeper."
Right.
Like he was so precise, and then, like
He's a composer of sorts.
yeah, oh yeah.
Is that
He
producing or composing? Or is it both?
I think it goes
both.
hand in hand. But
He's
he,
composing with their.
but he
their
was like
actions.
he was doing like all like the production,
funny.
the mixing.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, I can identify with this guy on some level.
You
Just
definitely
like
can.
how they were. No, but I don't know about fucking. Like, I don't want to compare myself to Brian
Yeah,
Wilson. I probably have a hard time.
Yoda. You keep jumbling up those words because there's too many words, Yoda. Lose a word. Make it shorter. All right, Mick. I'll see what I can do. Works.
I always like the quote from Ice-T from Art of Rap. When Dr. Dre's in the studio with you, he's not your friend. He's not your brother. He is the producer.
He's
and
working.
he's working. He's trying to get the best record.
That's
So,
what we always strive for. Best record.
I stick with that.
Of course.
I don't want to be like a fucking dick, but like sometimes you gotta fucking throw the hammer down.
You never have approached us like a dick.
All right, good. So I think I've been doing a good job on that. But enough about me.
You got any shit to shoot,
yeah,
Worm?
you guys got shit to shoot.
Yeah, nothing crazy. Just that
Anything
I saw,
crazier than fleshlights?
Nah, I just saw that earlier, which is like nothing really too new to people because people have assumed this has been going on in the music industry for quite some time now. But Atlantic Records, a lot of their artists, a lot of like fans are pointing out how obvious it is that they're view botting and their comment botting as well, meaning like they have bots to watch the videos because like Don Toliver, for instance, he did like 8 million views in a day, but then has like only 80K likes, and then all of his comments between like his videos, Roddy Ricch's videos, Lil Uzi Vert's videos are all like the same like emoji comments throughout the whole thing, just of like stupid different emojis, and it's so obvious that these aren't real accounts. And like obviously these are great
crazy,
artists.
dude.
I'm not shitting on the artists that like their record label is doing this, but I think it's just one, it's lazy marketing. Instead of actually marketing your artist, you're just buying fake streams and shit, and to make it look like, oh, this was so much more popular, I should look at this song. But also, I just want to say, fucking don't get discouraged out there, smaller artists, because see what they're doing? They're fucking faking streams, they're faking views, they're faking likes.
I mean, we talk about it all the time. Today, you don't got to be
discouraged.
talented. You just got to get seen.
100%, bro.
There's a huge difference.
That's what I'm saying. Don't get discouraged because clearly, fucking even these guys who you think are like mighty massive, like can't be touched.
Gang!
You think they can't be touched? They can
we'll
be.
let it get us down.
No, not at all. I just
We
wanted
keep
to
going.
send some
Of
motivation.
course. Keep moving
But yeah,
forward.
that's only
Keep stopping.
It's only shit I wanted to shoot. So you guys want to smoke some fucking weed about it?
I would love to smoke some weed about
Didn't
it.
you have shit to shoot?
He already
Or did you
shot
already-
about the advertising.
Oh, the advertising.
Yeah, no.
Oh, it was
That was really
it was the
My shit
flashlights.
to shoot
was the Fleshlight.
was Fleshlight, sponsor us. HBO, sponsor us. Anyone who wants to sponsor us, we'll do an ad for you.
Okay, but Worm,
Make sure-
I'm down to smoke some weed about it.
Make sure to comment, like, share, tell your friends about this, tell your friends about our music.
And go listen to the mixtape and the mixtape before and all our solo
singles.
shit.
Again, in the box below, in the link below,
Right below.
right below. You can listen to everything.
All right, that was episode 9.
Yeah.
Be back
Peace out.
next week for episode 10. Let's smoke some weed about it, boys.
Yes.